Welcome to your Friday, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majeski back with you here in the North Georgia Majestic Weather Studios with your weekend forecast update here on the Talking Live broadcast channel here on your September the 5th, 2025. Hope you guys are ready to have a great weekend ahead. It's going to be a bit of a steamer on Friday as we were expecting, but it looks like the cool down coming in for the weekend for Saturday and Sunday, with Saturday looking a little damp, but Sunday's definitely looking a little better out there. Now, before we get into this full update here, if you haven't yet given us a like and follow on Facebook, please do so at this time. And if you're watching over on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you're alerted on future updates. All right, let's go take a live look in Chattanooga. We're starting a little bit early on our Friday today as we're going to see abundant sunshine. It's going to be a hot day out there on Friday. Many locations into the 90s for today, but not going to be quite as warm on Saturday. The story for Saturday is going to be us tracking showers and thunderstorms. So this radar, which is quiet here for the moment, is going to light up, especially as we head toward the early morning hours on Saturday as we watch a squall line of showers and thunderstorms moving in with a pretty strong cold front moving into the area. Now, satellite imagery for your Friday shows we're going to have plenty of sunshine, but we'll have some clouds and some scattered storms to have to deal with on your Saturday, as we're going to be waiting for this cold front to air upstream. It's this one back up here that's going to be streaming in here to the south, and it's going to be bringing in some cooler weather here across the southeast as we go into your Sunday and into Monday of early next week. So with that front moving on in, here is our area of concern. We do have a slight risk of level 2 of severe weather here coming in through Tennessee, and then it kind of weakens into a marginal there for areas around Chattanooga and North Georgia. So this is going to be coming in for Saturday morning early as those storms progress off toward the east, and I'll show you the model data here in just a second. The other thing we're going to watch over the weekend is that we're probably going to have Gabrielle form over the weekend, and we have to watch this one because it looks like it still should curve back out to sea, but its exact path will dictate what our weather for the rest of the month of September is going to be. If you recall, when we had Aaron, when it made the big turn out up the eastern seaboard, if it does the same thing, we will probably see another big cool down here come toward the end of the month. But again, we'll have to watch this. We got a long way to watch it. And again, the next named system will be Gabrielle. Here it is right now, just a kind of invest area out here in the middle of the Atlantic. And we got a long way to watch this one to see how it develops. So make sure you stay tuned here next week to keep up on the latest on this next tropical system. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the model data here as we're looking at the latest high resolution model, as we're going to be looking at, again, just a little bit unsettled weather here going into your Saturday morning. Okay, so let's go look at this as we kind of let this come on through here as we go throughout the day. So here it goes at 3 o'clock in the morning. Notice we got numerous showers and thunderstorms here lining up across central Tennessee into Alabama as this line moves this direction. So some of these could be on the severe side as this moves on in during the early morning hours. And notice as it starts to lose a little bit of its punch as it moves on in. But again, as it moves in, we could see some isolated severe thunderstorms moving across East Tennessee, northern Alabama, coming into parts of Georgia, but it is losing its punch as it's moving on through. So we'll continue that scattered storm threat into your Saturday afternoon. It begins to shift down into North Georgia, and then finally begins to move on out. And by the time we get into Sunday, looks like we're going to have a pretty good day. So again, watch out for those possibility of some severe weather coming in during the wee early morning hours on Saturday before we see things begin to improve after that. Let's look at your forecast maps here from the National Weather Service here. It'll take us over the next 7 days as, again, not looking too bad out there for the weekend once we get past these storms on Saturday. So as we go into Saturday morning, there goes that cold front coming on in here. Again, here's your midnight position. Here's your morning position there. And then by the time we get in the afternoon, it starts to clear on out, starts to push off to the east. The storms lose their punch. And Sunday looking pretty good as we got high pressure building in here for the weekend. Lower humidity should set up for a very nice day on Sunday. So Sunday's definitely the better of the 2 days this weekend. Monday, high pressure and control looking quiet. In fact, the entire week next week is going to look dry. Now, temperatures will begin to rebound, but the morning lows are still going to be pretty good. So what that tells me is that although we're going to be a little bit warmer, the humidity will continue to be pretty decent here across our area. So there goes it going into Thursday, and then again going into Friday. Again, we got another cold front coming down toward the end of next week. And again, looking pretty quiet here for the week, pretty dry. All right, so here's our forecast for Saturday. After temperatures in the 90s on your Friday, we're going to see temperatures in the 80s on Saturday, 83, 70 with scattered showers and thunderstorms predominantly in the morning hours for the Chattanooga area. North Georgia probably lingering into the afternoon there. Afternoon highs, or morning lows, I should say, on Saturday first. We'll go into the upper 60s for a lot of locations, and even around 70 in Chattanooga before that front begins to push on through. And then the afternoon highs on Saturday, noticeably cooler across the Tennessee side because the cooler air obviously gets there first. 76 up in Dunlap, 81 in Pittsburgh, but still 87 down in Dahlonega and 87 in Calhoun. So it'll take a little bit longer to get that cooler air down into North Georgia. Regionally looking like this. How about Nashville and Memphis after the morning storms, 77, 79 respectively, looking pretty good there. Birmingham, 88 with scattered storms, 94 in Columbus, 88 in Destin, 90 over in Savannah. So you're kind of squeezing that summer air out of there across the southeast. And the next 7 days looking like this. Once we get the rain out on Saturday, looking great on Sunday. 81 and 60 there in Chattanooga on Sunday, 82, 57 on Monday. In fact, the rest of the week looking pretty good. Temperatures generally in the middle 80s, overnight lows upper 50s and low 60s. So despite the warm up, like I said, with temperatures holding in the upper 50s, low 60s, that tells me that the humidity levels will continue to be pretty good. So although warmer, pretty tolerable out there across our area. So looking pretty good here for the weekend once we get the rains out on Saturday. So I don't think it's going to be an all-day event. I think by the time we get into the afternoon hours, things should be improving across East Tennessee, North Georgia. Y'all will take a little bit longer to clear on out. But once it does, second half of the weekend looking pretty good on Sunday. Again, that's your weekend forecast update here on the Talking Live broadcast channel. Again, if you're following here on Facebook, make sure you give us a like and follow to stay up on these latest updates. And if you're following over on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you're alerted on future updates. Okay, well, that's y'all's update for the weekend. Y'all be good, stay safe, and we'll see you next week. You guys have a great weekend. Bye-bye.